Faith, the song is I Could Sing of Your Love, bring us to exactly 27 minutes to the top of the hour. Asante sana for keeping it right here where you listen and live. This is Praise Junction and it's time for the devotion. Today we are looking at part 2 of the verse that we looked at yesterday. Remember, yesterday we looked at Psalm 138 and verse 8. And the Bible says in the... I don't know how many of us were with me yesterday, but I was looking for the version that says that the Lord will fulfill his purpose for me. The Lord will fulfill his purpose for me. I don't know what's happening. Yes, it's English Standard Version, and the Bible says the Lord will fulfill his purpose for me. Your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever. Do not forsake the works of your hands. So today we're looking at the second part of this particular verse, and I totally love it. Of course, today's devotion is entitled His Mercy Gives Us Confidence. His mercy gives us confidence. And asante sana Fred Ojamong for telling me that you're getting me loud and clear. So today we are looking at his mercy gives us confidence. I don't know, yesterday we talked about David and the way he spoke with confidence. You know, I think faith needs some kind of confidence. You cannot be a woman or a man of faith if you do not have that unshakable confidence. And today we get to see where this came from in the life of David. But before we get there, allow me to just look at the definition of mercy. I actually got that definition from a particular, I think either from Christianity.com or somewhere. I got this particular definition, and that website says mercy is having pity, compassion, and kindness towards people. God's mercy shows up in the believer's life at salvation. And then God continues to show mercy in forgiveness. Mercy triumphs over judgment. And you know, it is because the Bible clearly states it is because of the Lord's mercy that we are not consumed. And we can be confident. You know, every time the enemy comes and tells you, hey, you want God to do that for you and what you did back then and all that, you need to be very confident because God has mercy on you. It's Lamentation 3 that says that his mercy, because of his loving kindness, because of his mercy, because of the Lord's mercies, we are not condemned. And that should give us confidence. Yes, it should give you confidence to live by faith. It should give you confidence to approach his throne, because it is because of this mercy. You know, the reason why maybe we feel bad when you are about to enter the presence of God is because you're constantly reminded of some of the things that you have done. But if you have asked God for forgiveness and you have asked him to help you, you know, it could be because you spoke to someone badly and the enemy is using that. Hey, even you want to do 1, 2, 3 things. It's important for us to remind ourselves that once we have repented, that God is merciful. He is merciful. And so David was confident that God would fulfill his purpose for him because he had encountered God's mercy. God's mercy is just a wonderful thing. It just means that where you and I, we were given a sentence of death, but his mercy said otherwise. His mercy, Sissy Winan sings and says that his mercy said no. You were supposed to die. I was supposed to die. But because of his great mercy, the Bible says that they are new every morning. He has given us a second chance. God's mercy showed up when we deserved to die and gave us a second chance. Because he had mercy on us, he will not abandon us when we cry to him. Because he has mercy on us, he will fulfill the purpose that he has for us in our lives. He will help us fulfill it. The only obstacle to him fulfilling his purpose for our lives is you and I. We are the ones who walk away. We are the ones who doubt. But God is telling us today that because of his mercy, we should be as confident as David was. Look at this statement. This one is not a fearful person who is saying this. He's saying, the Lord will fulfill his purpose for me. Your steadfast love or your mercy, O Lord, endures forever. Do not forsake the works of your hands. And of course, we are the works of the hands of God, and we can boldly go to him. And yesterday we were talking about purpose. We defined purpose. We looked at some of the things that will tell you you are not in the purpose of God, of course, if you're not born again, if you're not living in excitement and joy, if you're not fulfilled. But I thank God that even if you're 50 years today and you realize, hiya, I'm not living my purpose, you can actually call on the God of mercy, and he can redirect your path, because the Bible says that the steps of the righteous are ordered by God. He is able to rewrite your life. He's able to make you fulfill the purpose for which you were created, because we saw yesterday, you cannot live a joyful, fulfilled life if you're not living the purpose of God. And what gives us confidence, like David, to approach God over and over again, telling him, Lord, have mercy on me. Have me fulfill you are only effective on earth if you're in the purpose of God. People may cheer you on, you may have a lot of likes on Facebook or wherever, but if you're not living the life of God, you will not be fulfilled. You will not be effective. So several truths to remember. We can be confident that God will help us fulfill the purpose he created us for, because he longs to be gracious and merciful to us. He will not forsake us when we wait on him. The Bible says in Isaiah 30:18, therefore the Lord waits expectantly and longs to be gracious to you, and therefore he waits on high to have compassion on you. For the Lord is a God of justice. Blessed, happy, fortunate are all those who long for him, since he will never fail them. Isn't that a wonderful truth to remember? The second one is that we can be confident that God will fulfill his purpose because he has promised to complete that which he started in us. Philippians 1:6, I think this is one of the verses that we should constantly remind ourselves, even when we feel like we are doubting or things are not in order. I am convinced and confident of this very thing, that he who began a good work in me, Paul was talking about them, so he said in you, in me will continue to perfect and complete it until the day of Jesus Christ, the time of his return. Isn't this beautiful? We can be confident that God will fulfill his purpose for you and I because of his mercies. And my prayer is, even as this song plays, that we are going to go back and tell God, Lord, if there be any area of my life that is not aligned to your purpose, have mercy on me. Redirect my paths. Mercy rewrote my life, coming up.